I'm Neil Bonnett, and on this edition of Winners, we're following Ernie Irvan's climb from obscurity to his place among the Winston Cup leaders. After that little heart-to-heart chat with his car owner, D.K. Ulrich, Ernie started settling down and finishing races. And at Bristol, in the spring of 1989, he was leading for the first time ever in a Winston Cup race.
I can still hear DK on the radio saying, okay, now you need to watch those two there because they're racing pretty hard. You need to back off, stay out of the way. And about that time, I wrecked right in front of them. So they still had to look back in the record books and see if I was really leading at the time. But you know, that was my first shot at running good at a Winston Cup race. You can be the best short track racer in the United States and come to Winston Cup racing and you're a rookie. I mean, you're a full-fledged rookie because you don't run on these racetracks. You can come out of Busch Grand National and go into Winston Cup and you are a full-fledged rookie. I mean, cars are so different. You're racing with different type of people. The pressures on you are 5 times what they are in any other type of race. It's 5 times more than Busch Grand National racing, 40 times more than Saturday night short track racing.
After Bristol, that nasty old habit of wrecking race cars reared its ugly head again. But the wrecks were fewer and farther apart. And when he wasn't wrecking, he was running hard. Really better than most folks expected.
And we went on and ran Wilkesboro. I think we run 8th, and we went to Martinsville and run 6th, and started getting some top 10s in there and stuff like that. And so the end of the year comes around, and Kroger decides they're not going to come back.
Some people think that he left us or I fired him or you know, there was no conflict whatsoever. I mean, we're both looking after each other's interests. He did his part, I did mine, Bob did his. It was a good combination. I'd like to see it go again someday.
Ernie drove the first 3 races of 1990 for Junie Dunleavy. But sponsorship problems cut short that ride, and once again, Irvan was faced with the prospect of looking for a real job. But right after Rockingham, Larry McClure called.
We wanted to really go out and get us a hard charger, somebody to drive the wheels off the car. So Swerve and Irvan kind of fit right in with the group that we put together.
The first stop in the Morgan McClure car was Atlanta. Ernie not only led the race for a while, he finished 3rd. Then we all headed to Darlington. But now Ernie had that gleam in his eye and a fire in his belly. And he's about to launch yours truly into show business.
I'm pumped up now, and I'm going to lead this race, you know. So I get running second, and I get tangled up with Jeff Bodine and spin down the front straightaway, got a flat tire, busted an oil cooler. So this is like 40, 50 laps into the race, or 80 laps. And so we had to pull in and fix this thing.
Meanwhile, I'm racing along with a leader. Irvan's about 10 laps down. When we get ready for the restart, Ernie is side by side with good old buddy Ken Schrader. This is where Irvan makes a major miscalculation. He thinks Schrader knows or cares what lap the guy next to him is on.
Kenny knows I'm 10 laps down. I got 4 tires, he's got 2. I mean, this ain't gonna be a problem. I'm gonna get a lap back real easy because he's gonna let me go. So we take off on the green, we drive into turn 1. Man, Kenny's still out there. You know, we drive off turn 2, he's still out there, he's running. We drive into turn 3 where you don't run in side by side. We go through there side by side, and we're trucking, and we're running fast, and Jeff Bodine's behind us trying to work on us, and so we ran that whole lap side by side. We ran a whole nother lap side by side. And in the meantime, I probably should have backed off because it's like, I realize now Kenny must not think I'm 10 laps down. He must think I'm 1 and trying to get a lap back. Now, I didn't think all this while this was happening. I think it now. But at the time, all I could think of is, okay, they said drive the wheels off of it. I'm driving it, you know. And so we went into turn 3, start to come off in the middle of 3, and I got loose. Kenny got loose. We never touched, but we both started spinning at the same time. And you know, now we got the whole pack coming in, and I think there was 12 or 13 cars piled up in that wreck, and when I look back on it now, it was unfortunate that it happened, and I could have prevented it by being smart and patient.
When I see that, I'll be the first one to tell you, standing in front of this camera and not in that race car is not where I want to be. But I'll also be the first one to tell you I don't have any animosity to any driver on a racetrack for an accident. That's racing. You're going to put cars in places they shouldn't be at times. But when you're real careful, you don't win a lot of races. I don't have any animosity toward Ernie. Matter of fact, he's proven that he's a winner.